Tôi là John Repeat Pangingan, Hap Mui Sao, Sok Dok Laptay, Philippines. For today's travel video, I'm going to share with you my very first international travel, which is obviously from Vietnam.
Giống như một vở kịch buồn, anh diễn trọn cả hai vòng.
So the reason why, guys, I'm making this video is for me to look back in the future. Plus, I've been asked multiple times by you guys. Ganito pa nga kayo eh. Pit, how was Vietnam? Why don't you have a video about your experience? Bro, walang vlog? What's the most memorable part? With all of that, I present to you for those who want to go to Vietnam and also share with you my personal experience from the bottom of my heart. Yippee! Woo! For those who don't know, this travel was unplanned. I've been working for my company for more than a year that time. Peng just messaged me through Messenger saying, do you want to go to Vietnam? And I was like, bro, just book that flight. Kahit di pa ako nakakapagpaalam, hindi pa approve yung mga vacation leave ko. Take note, guys 3 weeks na lang nun. Parang yun na yung flight. Medyo hectic pa sa work namin nun. Sorry po. And we were going to stay there for 4 days. Why I decided to go on that trip, I feel like I've been so focused on building my career that I am forgetting about my real dream was to travel the world. Napansin ko din, I was aging. When I look at the mirror, I was like, life is so short. Kaya siguro napakabilis kong umuo sa trip na yun. I just want to take this opportunity to thank Jasper or Peng for reigniting or reminding me of my dream. I think it has been long overdue and I'm really glad that I finally went or go that time because it's YOLO! Alright, so let's start this. So this trip was around September. We were going to fly from Naiya or Ninoy International Airport and we were bound to Ho Chi Minh. The weather there is gonna be some rain showers and also it's gonna be hot. So ganun yung weather that time. To be honest, my first experience with Naiya, medyo kahit papano it was okay. Hindi po masyadong mahaba yung pila, but the immigration was so I was really shocked with our immigration because bro, 13 questions at tinanong sa akin. I was holding the line. They were asking about all my details, personal details. Talagang I gave everything to her. She was like, parang kabigay ko, hindi niya man tinignan. I was like, understandable naman because it's my first travel and I feel like they're trying to stop human trafficking. But bro, I was like, papasukin nyo na ako. I'll come back. I have a life here. I don't plan to go TNT. I just wanna travel. I just wanna relax. Just can't figure out ano yung sense na tatanungin yung mga details nung kasama ko, saan siya nag-work, anong position niya. So, those questions were even asked and I'm just... Bakit? Why? It was all about me. It was not all about him. Well guys, eventually nakapasok naman din ako kaya may video. After nun, si Peng actually has some perks. Free lounges, free buffet. Sino ba naman ako, di ba? I felt like I was a VIP. Thank you na naman na makakaranas ako ng ganto. It was like the trip was for me. I'll give you the best experience. I feel like everybody should deserve that kind of treatment. Pero para sa akin kasi that was already luxury. Parang naging problema ko pa kung anong kakainin ko before ng flight. Paano ko masasabi na para sa akin yung travel na to? Guys, sir, busog na yun siya, di ba? So I was boarding already. Excited na ako. So that's the feeling you get because it's your first travel. Everything is just hyped up. We were going there. Tapos kapasok ko, bro, window seat. Window seat. What are the odds? Diba? Nabibigyan ka ng window seat. Or parang sinabi ni Lord sa travel kong yun, first travel ng anak ko, window seat ka. So we boarded the plane and then we landed to HCM. So that was already midnight. Mga 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. kata kami dumating nun. Not sure anymore. I know a lot of people from TikTok, from social media, they've been saying that the immigration line is so long for Ho Chi Minh. But bro, nasabi ko sa inyo, VIP pa rin kami. There was no line. There was no people. Parang yung flight na yon, kami lang. We're only the ones who were lining up to the immigration. Na mind blown din ako that there were no questions. Lalaki yung immigration eh. I just gave my passport. He was like, next! shook na ganun lang yung immigration nila. So, welcome to Vietnam! So yeah guys, mandatory. We did some airport errands, pictures. Syempre, you're feeling the hype. Marami kaming mga pictures na ginawa. I can still remember the feeling. Sana hindi ko makalimutan to. We were also millionaires, guys. I was mind blown. Kasi hindi ko naman talaga si Dirt. Talaga sumama lang ako. I don't know how to travel in a different country, and really lucky that Peng had already traveled outside of the country, so he was managing most of the time, but I was observing. Kasi syempre gusto ko din naman na matutunan lahat yon kapag ako na mag-isa or with traveling with other people, so I'll know what to do. Nasa ATM kami, he was putting that, and kalabas, guys, we were millionaires. For the very first time, at least I felt like I was a millionaire in my life. It was the best feeling that you're getting millions of dongs and then you're walking with the millions of dongs. That's a flex. So after that, we booked a Grab. So guys, you could use the Grab app. It's so cheap for us. Just be vigilant because there's a lot of scams, mga taxis na nasa labas. Sometimes they want you to cancel your Grab, but don't. Check the plate number of your Grab car. It's so important para hindi kayo ma-scam. We went to our hotel. Actually, closed na nga yung hotel, but it's so nice in A&A Toronto Hotel. It's really nice that they were already closed, but the front desk were really waiting for us. We advised them when we were coming late. A&A Toronto Hotel, malapit sa mga tourist places. The Benton Market is just like few blocks away. Yeah, we had a bathtub. Here are the pictures, bro. Living the best life. So alright guys, welcome to day 1. So we started our day having a breakfast or buffet breakfast. It was really good. Everything was there. We had coffee, and we had my very first pho. It was okay. If you're looking for people to hang out with, I don't think there are a lot of foreigners because I feel like most people who are booking rooms there are locals. So if you're looking for that specific vibe or you're aiming to talk with new people, I guess this is not the hotel for you. If you're looking for that, you know what I'm saying. Naging labay lang. So yeah, for our first day, we booked this on Klook. Our tour is about Mekong Delta. There's a hotel pickup, and then we have a tour guide in English, and everything was just set up. We'll be just coming with them, and they all have it planned. We went to this something like a old place, an ancient place where they create their honey plus their tea. So we did some tasting as well, and then there were really like real bees. They have like a beehive, so this is actually one of the highlights. Made me hold the beehive, and I'm really happy that I did because some people didn't want to do it. I genuinely had this amazing photo of me genuinely happy because I never get these photos, guys. I'm always a serious type in photos. I'm not that photogenic, so I'm really having a great time. I'm enjoying my time in Vietnam, and looking at this photo just flashes back that feeling. Afterwards, there was like a phaeton. Tinatanong kung sino daw yung gustong to have an experience to put it on their shoulders. It's not my first time, but nobody wants to do it, so I did it. Linagay dito yung sawa. So I was like, it was moving. You could see in the video, it was moving. I'm still scared, of course. Anything can happen, right? And then all of a sudden, there was a Singaporean mom. She was hysterical. She was like, no! Ang layo niya, guys. Nandito yung sawa, tapos siya ang sumisigaw ng sigaw. So, what's the commotion right here, ma'am? Probably she's just scared that time. We walk a little bit and they serve us with like fresh fruits. I think Philippines have that similarity. We have those sweet fruits. What added it is actually when the locals sang through their native language, and it added that aura that I was in Vietnam. So great way to start the tour. Diba? So afterwards, guys, we rode a boat. Pumunta kami sa parang coconut candy factory, and then they showed us how coconut candies are made. Disclaimer, when we did the taste test, they were really soft and it melted in your mouth. But I feel like when you buy those candy, they're also good pero medyo chewy na siya. This was actually one of the best experience in my life. If you guys follow me on Instagram, it has always been one of my stories, and I always throw it back. We went to this Mekong Delta River. It was so narrow, so you'll be able to see some palm trees, and you were wearing like their traditional hat. We were able to get our own boat, so you just need to tip them out. Don't forget about that. I was feeling like the Olympic because I had 2 paddles. So, gumaganon ako and wearing that sa Lokot with this picture, guys. Parang lokal ako na nandun. The vibe, it was green, what I was wearing. So, I feel like if you also try to plan out your fits, it will really suit you guys. So, guys, after nung we had our lunch. So, free na rin siya sa tour. So, make sure to just to check your Klook tours if they have like those inclusions. It was actually a buffet. So, traditional food in Vietnam. Pinaka nagustuhan ko yung yung bola. Ang tawag pala doon is sticky rice ball. So, it was really, really good. It's my first time even seeing one of those. So, it was good. And so, guys, yeah, we went back. So, boat lahat. Medyo hapon na to. And then, paulan-ulan na nga siya kasi nga, we were on a kind of rainy season then. Still had one last stop. Forgot the name. It was something like temples and Buddhist temples. And we had a lot of pictures, as you could see, guys. It was good to also experience their ancient places or sacred places. Kudos to that tour. I like that tour. I love that tour. An experience, history, food. So the culture. Yeah, it was all there. We wanted to have these pictures na parang kamukha namin yung mga statues. Something to look back. It was good. It was funny. So after that Klook tour, they dropped us off in our hotel. We planned to rest, but we had an arrangement naman ni Peng na we can do whatever we want in our free time. So he opted to sleep. For me, actually, lumabas ako kasi galang-gala ako eh. Parang I did want to explore the place by myself. I searched it up like a place called Little Hanoi. I wanted to experience their egg coffee, and so I walked. Crossing the roads is really, really hard, but I feel like if you're a Filipino, you'll be able to manage. I was able to find Little Hanoi. So it was like an alley going inside, as you could see on the video. And then rather than just ordering egg coffee, I got really, really hungry. So I also opted to buy an avocado toast with bacon, and it was so massive, so healthy. That's my first time eating an avocado toast as well, and also an egg coffee. When I was tasting the egg coffee, first glance, I thought it was going to be a little what's the English of yeah, I thought it was gonna have like a fishy taste or something like raw. When I tasted it, I was like, ooh, so good. So good. It was foamy. It was like milky as well. It was good. It was, and their coffee, bro. Their coffee was to the next level. We're missing out. So when you go to Vietnam, just keep on ordering coffees and best experience. You shouldn't be missing that out. Parang going back, guys, naisip nyo parang wala akong pahinga, so I really had that energy. So that's the hype I'm saying. I feel like because I've been focusing on cardio din. If you don't do cardio, put some rest talaga. So for our next itinerary, actually guys, medyo nagtitone down na kami dito. Parang chill na lang, walking in the streets. We opted to do the night bus tour. We wanted to see the vibe ng whole city through that tour. It was one of the great decisions we've made. And we were able to see the vibrant city of Ho Chi Minh, so kung paano siya ka-busy. I was really amazed. I was really amazed about how their city is built. And sinasabi ko nga, parang pumasok sa isip ko, Manila is needs to catch up, na pag-iiwanan na tayo. I mean, we have parts of Manila that is clean, pero sa kanila, habang natutur ako, I can see how responsible there are. Philippines, ano na? I'm not mocking Philippines. I'm just time for us to wake up, maging responsible tayo. I feel like it's just the basic, the decent thing that we should do for us to love our country. Yung proper segregation of waste. Kasi as of now, with all of that, I just recommend you doing the night bus tour. You'll feel like you own Ho Chi Minh City. Nakikita nyo lahat yan? Akin yan. For our last stop, sabi ko sa inyo, ang dami ginawa ng day one, di ba? This is optional, and I feel like it's only for people that are single. I just feel like, but I'm not stopping you guys. For those people who are in a relationship to go. Yeah, we had a few drinks. I mean, I had one bottle, and Peng also had his margarita. And yeah, he doesn't drink, guys. He doesn't drink. But I got Corona and he got his margarita, and we were just chilling. We were looking at stuff there. It was a great activity to end the day. I just leave it like that. Parang kapag day 2 na, magpalit din ako ng damit para ma-feel nyo na day 2 na din tayo. Alright guys, welcome to day 2 of our Vietnam storytelling. For our day 2, actually we booked this one as well in Klook, the transfers. We were planning to go to Tay Ninh. No sugarcoating. The real reason why we wanted to go there is because of the cable car. That's it. We haven't experienced in our lifetime a cable car. We don't have that in the Philippines. We were really excited to just have it for the first time, and we're having it in Vietnam. Xin chào.
Giống như một vở kịch buồn.
We rode there and then we stopped like a traditional restaurant or like a breakfast restaurant where locals are eating, and we ate a traditional pho. So it was so humongous, and actually I didn't finish it all because it was breakfast, but I also had their ice black coffee, and bro, nananadjak yung ice black coffee nila. It was so strong. Nung kumakain pa ako ng pho, they have this kind of condiment that is so tasty na kapag tinikman mo, your face will just like... It was funny. It was funny nung tinaste ko kasi I was so curious about it and I had that reaction. We rode again and a couple of hours, probably 2 hours or 3 hours. We got there. We didn't have tour guide, so most likely it was just about us having those transfers, and we booked separately for the cable cars and the entrance, and yeah. And we rode the cable car, guys. So it was a massive experience, and if you can see this view, bro, ang laki-laki pa ng lupa nila, and few people or few locals were living there. And I feel like every time na tinatanong ako, guys, lagi ko sinasabi na Vietnam has my heart. Yung first country ninyo, guys, will always have a special place in your heart, which is, for me, is Vietnam. I can't wait to be back. I can't wait to drink a lot of coffees kahit magpalpitate ako. I need my coffee, guys.
Giống như một vở kịch buồn.
So guys, after the cable car, we were able to go to the Baden mountain and explore the place. We even see the Black Virgin statue, the fountain. Here's the photo. It was good in picture. And here comes the exciting part, y'all. I have a girlfriend. After you see the fountain, when you go outside, you'll see this magical and massive view wherein all of the rice fields, the land, and then the ocean is just there. Any Vietnamese people who wanted to fund my travel there? The exciting part was this massive, humongous Lady Buddha. It was so big. It has like a fountain show as well. Yeah, I'm just amazed. Whoever built that, it's just splendid, amazing. Baden Mountain is actually the highest peak in the south of Vietnam. It was also used for a strategic place for the past wars, I think for the Indochina War, because of its peak. You can see everyone who might be going there to invade the place, so it was really used for wars that time. Also, we even prayed to one of their shrines, and afterwards it was time to go back home. When we got back to HCM, we opted to our next itinerary. We're going to Landmark 81, the highest peak building in Ho Chi Minh City, and we booked them on Klook. Most likely, our tours are sa Klook lang talaga. Everything is accessible there, so ganun lang ang ginawa namin. So we went there through Grab, kasi sobrang mura talaga ng Grab, guys. So if it's like 200 here in the Philippines, sa kanila mga 100 lang, 120, because not much are taxed. Hi Philippines. Hi Philippines. I don't know. The experience was okay. We would get to see the city view at night. It feels like it's AI. It might be a good experience, but if you're going to ask me if it was worth it, I guess you may able to do that at other places. I'm not quite sure if there's another place, but it's quite pricey and you'll just see the view. Yeah, but the experience is there. I'm not stopping you guys, but there might be other places that you could visit to just see that city view. I still enjoyed because we still had that VR thing at the end of Landmark 81. It's part of our cloak, and we had like a picture taking as well. So, a souvenir that I still have up until now. Ah, yeah! After nun, guys, we book a Grab and then pumunta naman kami sa street food. As you can see, guys, parang hindi kami kumakain, di ba? We were really famished. So, gutom na gutom. So, we went to Bengue Street Night Market. Not much people are eating here. I feel like meron pang mga ibang places na medyo cheap pa daw. Kami kasi gutom na kami. It's just a few dong difference. So, doon na kami kumain. Honestly, sobrang nakakatawa kami ni Peng doon. There are a lot of stalls. We had our place and then we just went to different stalls and we were like, one of these, and then they give us a beeper. We didn't really know that we were ordering so much. Ang dami naming beeper. Probably 10 stalls. Whenever a beeper rings, you're like, Asaan? Asaan? Where? Kanino ba to? I'm not even joking kung gaano kadami yung mga in-order namin. And one of the food that really leave an impression to me is the ostrich meat. Tinikman ko and yeah, I liked it. I loved it. I never thought na darating yung time na hindi ako tumitingin sa prices, bili lang ako ng bili, and then when I paid, hindi rin ako nasaktan. Vietnam gave me that freedom to be financially free, financially capable. I don't know. I can't even do that in the Philippines. Andito na kayo talaga sa puso ko, Vietnam.
Ano ba natin?
Ito yung day 2 namin. And everything was aligned. Parang hindi naman din kami na-cancel ng activity. Some of you guys are Catholic. The Lord says it's for you to experience these things. Ibibigay at bibigay talaga sa inyo. Wait, I'll change my outfit for day 3. Alright, welcome to day 3, bro! I'm gonna need my phone for this one. I feel like there are certain videos that I need to look at for me to share it properly with you guys. For day 3, it was actually the chillest day we will be having because just check out the whole city through walking and exploring the streets. We had their famous coffee shop called Katinat. You could see, I hope I stayed much more longer so I can buy a lot of different drinks. We tasted each other's drinks and they were all good. Afterwards, after having our first coffee of the day, we went to different tourist spots around Ho Chi Minh. So first up, we went to the post office. Here you will be able to create a letter, an old-fashioned like a pen pal letter. So old, it was preserved, and for us, we just took pictures, we just look at it, and we're just exploring the post office of Saigon. It was really hot that time. I'm even wearing like a button polo. It was really hot. That's what I can say. So I'm really sweating in my outfit. I saw like a sugar cane drink, and to be honest, I never had a chance to taste it in the Philippines. Tapos sabi nila marami pala tayong ganun. Pero dun ko pa siya na-taste sa Vietnam, and how the sugar cane process was being juiced out from the plant itself. Yung kawayan talaga, guys, pinasok. Tapos talagang it extracted the juice. So I was really amazed. Pero ginagawa pala natin sa Philippines yun, so na-video ko yun, so bilib na bilib ako sa time na yun. Then we went to the Book Street. The Book Street na sa likod niya is also the chapel that was under construction, yung Pink Chapel. Yeah, we just roam around there looking for books and yeah, something like chilling there because it wasn't hot. There were a lot of trees and we were trying to cool down a bit. If you're more on like a book lover, you should go in this Book Street. There's a lot of things you could buy specifically for your scrapbooks. Check it out, guys. After cooling down in the Book Street, we plan to go to Cafe Apartments. Honestly, pwede siyang i-walk. So we did walk going to Cafe Apartments but it was a little bit far. Pero dahil wala naman kaming hinahabol na oras, so we still walk, guys. Seeing it on picture, it's like sasabihin mo, yeah, a lot of coffee shops. Pero kapag nandun na kayo, malulula kayo, masusok lang kayo na parang, damn, paano mauubos lahat ng mga tao? Coffee, natikman na ba lahat ng mga locals per store? Ganun yung mga papasok sa isip mo, guys. Pumasok kami, of course, we wanted to, probably kahit isa lang, diba? Makapag-taste kami ng coffee there. So, papasok doon, guys, it was so sketchy. Yung mga daanan, kapag nakikita ninyo, guys, parang kaming, parang, ayaw ko. Is this the right place? Is this where we should be going? And then we tried Po Cafe, and the egg coffee was a bit different with the egg coffee I had on the first day. This one, meron siyang creme brulee sa taas na sinunog na sugar. And when I was cracking it, it had like that sound. And Peng is actually the first time trying egg coffee. Hopefully you'll go there, guys. Try nyo, guys. Kung kaya nyo balik-balikan, mag-iba-iba kayo ng store. Go. But yeah. Aww. I'm just looking at the picture. I'm just like, oh, I miss this. So afterwards, guys, this is our last activity. It saddens me na, I mean, bumabalik kasi, guys, every time na kinikwento ko. Sobrang lungkot na, sobrang kulang kasi ng time in Vietnam. A lot of the foreigners that I've met in other countries, they have their offs for like 2 to 3 weeks, and we just have our offs for 3 to 4 days only, tas may work na naman. Actually, nagdrama, no? This activity is a boat ride. Luxury cruise, pero medyo private. I mean, we didn't want so much tourists. We want the experience for ourselves and di masyado maingay para makuha namin yung scenery. Sobrang ganda. Kasi kahit na umuulan, we were able to see the different side of Vietnam. It's a one way to end the trip. It's a summary of everything we've experienced in Vietnam, and we wanted to come back, but hopefully not in Ho Chi Minh, of course, in a different place in Vietnam because it's so big. We were just on the south in one city and one province, so hopefully in the future we can. And then we went back to our place just to freshen up, prepare our stuffs because we are going, and also we had a lot of dongs. We spent all of our dongs on the 7-Eleven shop. Bumili kami ng maraming mga pagkain. Ito nakakatawang kwento namin ni Peng. Sabi ko, ililibre ko pa siya. After kong mabil lahat na sa akin, sabi ko, ay, sakto lang dong ko. Tapos sabi, walang ganun yung nangyari. Parang wala na pala akong dog. Paano ko siya lilibre? I just realized because it's my first international trip, guys. Nung nasa airport na kami and our Grab driver was giving our stuff. Sobrang bigat. Mabigat sa paa to leave. It's because you had a really great time, a great stay and experience in a country that you never knew that you would have so much fun. Fulfilling din sa self mo na you were able to travel in a foreign country without living there for quite some time because it's outside of our comfort zone, and I didn't wanna go pero sobrang bigat talaga ng nararamdaman ko nun. I wish we really had more time. I miss their coffee. When we got back to Manila and I was like, oh, I'm back. Parang ganon. I'm glad that I'm back. I love my country, Philippines, pero I just don't know. Kadating ko ng Philippines, I was tired. Doon ko naramdaman lahat ng pagod. How much? How much yung nagastos ko? Lagi yung tanong sa akin. I'm always saying na 20 to 21,000 for 4 days yung nagastos ko nun. All in with pasalubong, hand carry, luggage ng pauwi, food namin, yung mga tours. So, 20 to 21K lahat. So, of course, disclaimer guys, that was 2023 and it's already 2026. Inflation and all had already happened. Probably safe to say, mga 25 to 30,000 na. Yun! I guess that's it for the experience of the Vietnam trip. And if you want me to, I want to know guys, your some of the people who went to Vietnam, ano po ba yung mga pwede kong puntahan or kailangan ma-taste? Please comment down below guys, kasi parang hindi kayo nagko-comment. I don't know if you're just watching or nakiki-chismis lang kayo para malaman nyo yung mga nangyari. Pero please comment down below what your reactions, if you had the same experience. Let's build this community properly by commenting down below. I miss Vietnam. Can't wait to be back. Yeah. You know. Sa mata ko. If you love the video, if you love these kind of videos, please leave it a thumbs up. Comment down your suggestions below. Please share and subscribe. You'll turn on the post notification to get notified on my next uploads. I always say this to everyone that if you're not getting lost in your life or doing something exciting in your whole life, you're kind of doing it wrong, guys. Bye. See you again to the next one.
Yes, you know how to get it what you want. Yes, you know how to get it what you want.